these people are occupying today. And you will send letter to most of these institutions, they will just ignore you as if the elderly people, they are not important to society. And the most disheartening thing is for institutions like NACIT, whenever you send a letter to them for them to support, they will tell you that, oh, the money here are not for any kind of use or whatever. And then you will see those clubs, social clubs, sending letters to them. They are supporting them. And sometimes I ask the question, what is really the mandate of NACIT? These are elderly people. I know most of these elderly people we are catering for, they are contributing towards what NACIT is doing. It is their money you are keeping. There are some elderly people who have died, their family could no longer benefit from what they have contributed over the years. Why can't we use those money to give back to the other elderly people so that they too can live a better life? And we don't know what they are really doing with those money. But at the end of the day, there are lots of challenges. Even those who are contributing, who are receiving pension, some receive 250 loans, some receive 800. What can you do with that kind of money? Looking at what you have contributed over the years, you worked so hard, you know, in the country, and now when it's time for you to receive something better, what you have received, you cannot even use it for medical, you cannot use it to buy a bag of rice. It's so disheartening for people who have worked so hard for this country. For us to compensate them at old age, we are making life so difficult, making them live extreme poverty, and it's so disheartening for the elderly people in the country.
She is Doreen Barry, and the Chief Executive Officer of the Watoni Organization for the Aged. I believe this is, of course, a proper platform now to usher in Mr. Abumara, a retired police officer, a senior citizen at that, who have really served Sierra Leone on, as a uniform person. Now, you've heard from both Mr. Sama and that of Madam Barry. As a retiree yourself and a senior citizen, as you've been, even as a member of DOFA, do you feel disappointed so far as the efforts by government, to really cater to your needs?
Yes, sir. To take this, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. You can go ahead. Please go on.
I got retired 2024.
Okay.
The retirement from retirement is small.
Okay.
Today I come to the pencil back. Then this will begin today a gold program in this country like God bless her.
Okay.
As in the old age. You go to the get for one. We get free medical. Sometimes they give clothes, sometimes they feed the vision.
Okay.
So we all help. We need them. From the government.
Okay.
Because we also have the country. I have in command where SSD has the corner first and where is now.
Exactly.
But I joined for SSD, I type of SSD. 34 years. It's a service. So I retire. But still at least, now my person media, complete from that all not. I'm going to buy to get a position again. Don't tire. The woman is sick. One picking. When I be the just for we again, I don't mind. So it's not good about myself.
Okay.
So but still, I hope I get what do really because honestly, not always the good feeling, families. Because my community today, tourist we Madam Dory call you for, you guys be.
Oh, so Mr. Mara, of course, you feel like I can only imagine, you already go to as an aged person, and of course, ex-service person at this country, you don't serve some other Sierra Leone in your own capacity, and at a time like this, you'd expect the state for as well do something for compensating for your service. But here for Mr. Samai, say governments don't roll out series of programs where don't they benefit elderly people. In your own capacity, you feel like say they don't do enough for really targets really some of them are really they need.
Not at all, sir.
Okay, why do you think so?
Well, what is what is it now? As my person, I mean, what I'm going to keep forcing. Nazis. And as it means to say, we record money for pay, and we doesn't reserve. So we retire, I don't know you give with your own person. But the government will know. What you do one person. That's it. We are in 2002. It's over 15 years from now. I don't go 115 pounds go to her. I don't matter if I guess if you can change until we die. And I'm off. I'm not at TV.
So how much the examine's package? It limits you?
Yeah, it depends on. Yeah, it limits me, yes.
Okay. All right. To continue for stay with you on the program. We'll come back to you, Mr. Mara, for tell me more of your audience and what you expect government for really do for you. Situation and many other young elderly people like you. And they call you a young person because even when you're old, you look young. So quickly over to you, Mr. Sama. You've heard from both Madam Barry and that of Mr. Mara, and you can only imagine, you know, the huge work. I mean, your skill need to really expand in your or double up in your efforts as you roll out some of these programs out here. But the passionate appeal DOFA is making is for you to see our best organizations as theirs. You can have grants that will go to them.
So the good thing is we have started somewhere,
Okay.
which indicates that there is hope. Yeah, and the fact that we have started, it means we will end, and that is the hope I have, because in 90 years to come, added to my age, I will be a very senior citizen.
And of course, you have to forget Madam Barry.
Yes.
So some of these positions you occupy now, it
So
was the place of Mr. Mara those days.
I will expect similar coverage to ensure that my future is protected or my old age is protected. But like I said, yeah, few clarifications I may want to make.
Okay.
The agent supports the PSSA or NACSA is providing. It's not for the poor, it's for the extreme poor.
Okay.
You understand? So among the aged people, we are looking for the extreme poor.
How do one becomes a beneficiary of that?
Come again?
How do one becomes a beneficiary of that?
First is your age, second is your extreme poverty lines.
How do you
So
determine?
when you see someone who is extremely poor,
Okay.
when you go to communities, extreme poor communities, they don't even have doors.
Okay.
They use piece of cloth as doors. Yeah, we have visited communities. We are 7-8 people to a room that this room is bigger than.
Okay.
Yeah, and you find aged person in that community, you are bound to provide the assistance.
But these
So-
days we hardly not find elderly people that are not poor.
Now we have elderly people that are not poor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said I said you
Statistics.
hardly find.
No, you see them in statistics are proven beyond it that we actually have people 70, 90. If you go to them to have an interview with them based on support,